Let me go on record right now and let me tell y'all something I've been stressing about for the past several months. Okay, Jim Brown never had Colin Kaepernick's back. Okay, he never. Let me let y'all hear that again. He never had Colin Kaepernick's back. I'm one of the first ones that told y'all that old ass niggas like him, Ray Lewis, Jason Whitlock, Stephen A. Smith, all these fuck boys, they coming out the recent world. Oh yeah, I haven't forgotten about LaShawn McCunt. Who wanted a damn 50% discount on a 150% discount on a Rolex Daytona watch. Yeah, you think I don't know about that? I do know, because I was there. You know, jealousy. Jealousy's a motherfucker. But the other day, I was listening to Jason Black on the Black Authority. When he was talking about, and I swear this resonates so much well. I think the episode he did on the 20th, it was called like dealing like with likes of Andrew Young, cause yeah, all this is finna be combined all on this. You know, all these cats, these old ass motherfuckers that coming out of the civil rights era and shit like that. You know, him, John Lewis, Andrew Young, the cowards. Every last one of them, cowards. Well, in case y'all recently know, like, you know, I also watched Black Reality TV's on BO9263. He was the first one to bring it out, to be honest. Okay, about Jim Brown, as he slit Colin Kaepernick's throat. Because I do recall back during last NFL season that then he said he had Colin Kaepernick's back 100%. And I said to myself, that didn't sound genuine to me. People looked at me like I was crazy. Hell, they look at me like I'm crazy now, but then again, I don't really give a darn. Anyhow, my oh my, how things have come to fruition, and I was right. Jim Brown been started doing this. He been cooning. He been cooning for about 2 years now. You know, as Town Biz has said, yes, I still remember when he filmed The Dirty Dozen. I still remember he was the first one to do an interracial scene with Raquel Welch. See, it's always with these old niggas that, you know, that did all this stuff like that, and the only thing they did do was line up just to get a motherfucking buttermilk biscuit, just so they can go ahead and get a taste of vanilla. You know, it doesn't matter if it's John Lewis who's talking about, don't you see these knots on my head? Do you see these knots on my head I took for y'all? You see what we got? To Andrew Young, who niggas to this day gonna line up a defender and say like, well, he was the first mayor, became mayor of Atlanta and stuff for 8 years. My question is like this to these civil rights niggas: show me the wins. Show me where y'all winning at. You know. Now, I had a few people that got mad at me because right now tonight, tonight, what I'm about to fucking do, man, because, you know, fuck Jim Brown. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. I wasn't supposed to say that, right? You know. Well, okay. Fuck Jim Brown, old ass ninja. Motherfucker ain't did shit. All he just did was just chuck a damn ball under his arm and ran. That's all he did. Just for fame and just to get this to pinch some Becky's what she thinks she got is a derriere. Just to pinch Becky. I'll just put it that way, because she ain't got nothing back there, no way. You know. But he wants to come out there on TV to, you know, some event or whatever. You want to get out here, you trash Colin Kaepernick. You know. But all them years that you played for Art Modell, you were taking that money and stuff like that. Now, I'm pretty sure in the comments you're gonna have some old buck dancing, spineless, moist nigga that's gonna talk about saying, man, how dare you get out here and disrespect the great Jim Brown and stuff. He quit football because of activism. He's done so much for black people and all that. Okay, so what has he done lately? Taking a few photo ops with some kids from the with some young black kids from the inner city and all that for his America I Can Foundation. Which, by the way, I happen to find out that most of the people on that who really run the shots are mostly white folks. You know, cats can miss me with that. They can miss me with it. It ain't nothing new. He's been, cause you know, you seen him at Donald Trump Tower with the other foolish ass Sambo, Ray Lewis, and the Lloyd Banks, Brian Pumper, Reverend Lloyd Banks, Reverend Brian Pumper, old trap jaw looking ass Daryl Scott, and Omarosa. See, when y'all seen all that, y'all should have known what was up. When you seen them over there on Fox News, you should have known what was up. Now, you can go to BO29263's channel and you can see the video. I'm gonna play that video too when he makes regards to Colin Kaepernick. But I found something else he also said recently that really struck me down, and this was directed at the black community. Don't worry about Andrew Young. I'm gonna jump on his ass too. Trust me. Just bear with me, family. Shit. This nigga here, I swear. Just bear with me, people. Just bear with me.
Appreciate you.
Mr. Brown, it is such a pleasure to see you. I admire and appreciate how outspoken you are with different issues with political and black community. What do you feel that we as black people and growing up in today's society, living in today's society, what issues should we be more outspoken?
Appreciate you.
Mr. Brown, it is such a pleasure to see you. I admire and appreciate how outspoken you are with different issues with political and black community. What do you feel that we as black people and growing up in today's society, living in today's society, what issues should we be more outspoken about? What would you like to see a movement toward?
Thank you so much. The responsibility of self-determination is a phrase that we use in American, the organization that I head of, the foundation. My number one wish is that we as a black culture will stop killing each other, that our neighborhoods would be the safest in the world, and our men would concentrate on taking care of their mothers, their fathers, their sisters, their brothers, and all of their community. So that is not to say I'm not against all of the other problems that are there, but until we take care of each other, we just whistle in Dixie. And lastly, if you need an example of the principles to use, look at the Jewish culture and emulate that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brown.
Okay. Now, you hear that bullshit? This is why. Oh, by the way, just to give y'all an update, I just got on my notification. You know that racist, oversized, muscle-bound cracker, Rich Piana? Out of there. Out of there. He's gone. Boom. I told y'all, don't fuck with karma. This has just happened just now. Rich Piana has passed. Fuck that cracker. Good riddance. But anyway, back on this house nigga here. You know, these old ass dudes, him, Andrew Young. And now you heard that shit. What let me go back to Jim Brown fuck ass. What he said, that black people need the black community needs to emulate the Jews for a better community. Okay, somebody tell me, so emulate the Jews, so-called Jews. I'll say small hats. Yeah, okay, go ahead, swindle, fuck over people, take their land, drop bombs, all this other stuff. So we can have a safer community. So we can be successful. Apparently somebody has forgotten that when we had Black Wall Street, during segregation, when the black community was doing for themselves and was doing it so prosperously, we didn't follow behind no small hats. We ain't follow behind no crackers. We did it all on our own. It was crackers' jealousy seeing the prosperity of places like Black Wall Street, like Rosewood, like several other very tight-knit black communities current right now. For instance, Prince George County, Maryland, where our good BTR, my good partner, my brother in arms TR resides at. Prince George County happens to be an affluent black community that required no outside help. So tell me something, Jim Brown. You know, this is why I say y'all need to quit with going ahead and holding these old niggas up on a pedestal. The only reason they cats like him, Andrew Young, Al Sharpton, Messy Jesse too, which ain't nothing more than just a government agent. You know, all these cats got old and stuff. Not because talking about saying, you know, you're gonna have, like I said, you're gonna have one nigga about saying how you gonna disrespect your elders and all that. They ain't no elders, they just old niggas. Old niggas that were cowards. Every last one of them. Let's just keep it 100. Ain't no sense going out here beating around the bush with the bullshit. Ain't no sense going around there. Now, this is what he said about in reference to Colin Kaepernick. Pissed me off. Hours after LaShawn McCoy disrespected Kaepernick.
Breakdown from your perspective, I think you have a very unique perspective on this, the Colin Kaepernick situation. Whether or not you think he should be playing, what this says about the state of the NFL today, what are your views?
Well, you know, Colin has to make up his mind whether he's truly an activist or whether he's a football player. If you try to be both in a situation, football is commercial, you have owners, you have fans, and you want to honor that if you're making that kind of money. If you have a cause, I think you should organize it, present it in a manner where it's not only you sitting on one knee, but a lot of people that are going to get behind each other and do something about it. If I ask you one question, who is calling on to follow what he's talking about? So many of us have always done it, and we...
Okay, let me go back 1 second. Let me just go back 1 second. Now, you see how Omarosa is standing behind him? Now, I called this out, me and Irv Griffin called this out a while back when he was on CNN. And he had Darryl Scott right there, making sure that he say these things like what he's saying right now. Okay, they going after Colin Kaepernick. Now I told y'all a while back that he said he support Kaepernick 100% last season, right? Now all of a sudden it's ironic, and it's in the middle of preseason, and he decides to go ahead and slit Colin Kaepernick's throat. Told y'all, man, these old niggas, man. These old niggas, man, fuck that. I'm pretty sure Muhammad Ali is rolling over in his grave right now seeing this shit. You know? And Omarosa there for a reason. I just wanted to point that out to y'all. Let's continue.
And we're here to help anyone that wants to do it. But I would advise a young man, if you're a football player, play football. You're going to be a real activist. Use your money. Use your notoriety. I didn't want to make it this long, but it does have meaning to me, and I think that I want to be in his corner. And I do think God bless him, but that's not my leadership.
You don't believe that in today's NFL you could be both activist and football player?
I think we're always an activist and a football player, but I think you have to
hold up. Now he just contradicted himself. He just said that same regurgitated BS that Snoop Dogg said back in November last season. I'm gonna tell you, I know this firsthand because that's when the 49ers came down here to Miami to play the Miami Dolphins, you know. And Snoop was on Undisputed with Shannon and Skip. Well, he said like, oh well, you know Snoop Dogg, another government stooge, another government asset. Yeah, I'm calling Snoop out, fuck ass out too. Snoop Dogg, another government asset. It's been well known from certain people in my circles out in Cali. It's been known. I don't know why everybody acting so shocked when I say this, because I told y'all, man, I'm gonna hurt some feelings tonight, you know, saying like that. You know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to see saying those type of things. Too late. I'm saying them right now. Shoot, channeling the energy of Dick Gregory. May that the elder get Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory is an elder. Okay? Jim Brown's an old nigga. Andrew Young, an old nigga. Dick Gregory is an elder. Nellie Fuller is an elder. Francis Cress Welsing is an elder. Dr. Ben Yakanan is an elder. The great Marcus Messiah Garvey, elder. Noble Drew Ali, elder. Malcolm Martin. I can go on, and I will. But this shit where he's saying, get back to him. I don't want to get off topic. Jim, you just said the same shit Snoop said. You can't be both. Talking about saying you're an activist, can't be an activist and a football player. Nigga, what the hell was you? When you was out there getting Art Modell's money when you was running a damn ball and shit for the Cleveland Browns. Only reason you quit football wasn't because no activism. That's the lie that the media perpetuated and pushed the narrative. You quit because you wanted to go ahead and do acting, to do the dirty dozen, because you done got you some Raquel Welch panties. And he was still getting Art Modell's money. But Colin Kaepernick can't. Man, shut your ass up.
Understand there's intelligence that's involved. Okay? I can't be two things at once that contradict each other. If I sign for money, then these people I sign with, they have rules and regulations. But I'm going to give you the real deal. I'm an American. I don't desecrate my flag and my national anthem.
Okay, he said, I don't desecrate my flag. See, this is what happens, people, when you know what I'm saying, when you don't have knowledge yourself. What Shannon Sharp's grandmother said is the same thing my mama said. People be gone for so long, they forget, they go for so long, they forget where they come from. First of all, number one, that's not even the American flag. That's a Star-Spangled Banner. That's why it's called the Star-Spangled Banner. It's not even a true American flag. That's a banner. A banner represents a corporation. The United States is a corporation, not of a country. People got to get out here and get that through their thick-ass heads. When you see that fat-ass, oversized, bow-headed whale, Jason Whitlock, wrapped himself around the American flag on the whole herd, that is just cooning at its finest, and this is even worse.
I'm not gonna do anything against the flag and the national anthem. I'm gonna work within those situations, but this is my country, and I'll work out the problem, but I'll do it in an intelligent manner.
Well said.
Now you see how the cracker was just saying, well said? See, they rehearsed that. Jason Black says it best. See, they gonna put niggas like Jim Brown and all that in front of a camera. They gonna put niggas like Van Jones and that in front of a camera. Michael Eric Dyson and all these Andrew Youngs and all them like that. They in their eyes, those are quote unquote safe Negroes. You feel me? They gonna put them safe Negroes up there in front of the camera because see, like he ain't no threat to the establishment. But when you get somebody like myself, when you get somebody like Town Biz, Cynthia G, Mr. Superboy 223, Torian Rain, Ticket TV, 1LVZ, Black Reality TV, Block Talk Sports, okay, BO9263, Phil from the Advised Show, all right. People who ain't out here, basically, who ain't buck dancing, who ain't cooning, you know, we ain't turn the other cheek. We putting boots to asses on Caucasian terrorism. And like I said, I don't like calling it white supremacy because, first of all, white isn't even a race nor a nationality. It's nothing. It's absolutely that because white ain't even a color. It's transparent. Transparency doesn't have color, doesn't have pigmentation, doesn't have a hue. And supremacy because ain't nothing supreme about them. Period. Now y'all know this is Andrew Young. This another cocksucker here. Him. And I don't worry about LaShawn McCoy. I'm gonna get the all these niggas. One of the main ones who before he died, before he passed, before he transcended to the next realm, Dick Gregory said about with Andrew Young that he also had a hand in setting Martin Luther King up to get assassinated. Now cats gonna get mad, talking about saying, oh man, shit, you can only be saying that he was mayor for 8 years in Atlanta. And what has happened then? Y'all niggas figure because he a black person in office and stuff, y'all think we made it. Obviously you haven't learned nothing from the 2 terms when Obama was in office as the president. Y'all motherfuckers got complacent and started going to sleep. Y'all thought racism was gonna go overnight because you got a 2-term black president that was in there. A black president who basically walked over dead bodies of black men and women and children that were getting killed in the streets by race cowards pretending to be law enforcement officers. And he still just walked over dead bodies. Oh, man, I'll tell you. The coonery is real. This nigga here made it even worse. I'm gonna tell you why he did this shit.
term mayor of Atlanta, and today is chairman of the Andrew J. Young Foundation. When I spoke with Mr. Young, I began by asking him to put this past week in context.
Well, it's a week of misunderstandings. We originally sought to redeem the soul of America from the triple evils of race, war, and poverty. Most of the issues that we are dealing with now are related to poverty, but we still want to put everything in a racial context. The problem with and the reason I feel uncomfortable condemning the Klan types.
Did you hear that, people? He said he feel uncomfortable condemning the Ku Klux Klan. But you have no problem going after black activists. You had no problem going after the Huey P. Newtons. You had no problem going after the Eldridge Cleavers. You had no problem going after black people who were young and were fighting to make a difference without kowtowing, without conforming, and bending over backwards or pud pulling. See, remember what I told these old niggas from the 60s and shit? Go sit y'all ass down somewhere. Your ass need to be in a retirement home somewhere facing the damn corner, bubbling your lips or something. Go sit your ass down somewhere, Andrew Young. You a total direct violation. Okay? I was born in 68 and I came up in the 70s. Shoot. My old man told me all about these old shuck and jive niggas like him. Long time ago.
They're almost the poorest of the poor. They're the forgotten Americans.
Okay. He said the Klan is the forgotten Americans, and they're the poorest of the poor. You believe the dribble that's coming up out this nigga's mouth? We are living in 2017. And let me tell y'all something. People always want to go back to the civil rights movement. People always want to talk about, I hear black people here talking about, around here talking about, oh, well, you know, civil rights movement started where Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat for a white guy and all this stuff. Little they failed to realize, they failed to do the damn research to go find out that it was always black people that was refused to give up their seat back then for a cracker, way before even Rosa Parks. What about Claudette Colvin, who was 19, unwed, and pregnant, and wouldn't give up her seat for some peckerwood? And then you had the other sister too. Black people are the poorest of the poor, Andrew Young. But see, he just on here like this because, see, he been in the politics for so long, for 8 years and stuff, as being the mayor of Atlanta. So, like, he's truly, like, irrelevant. Because I'm going to get right down to it because, yeah, he had a hand in help in setting up Martin Luther King to get assassinated. You know, these old niggas that's around here still walking, from the 60s, still walking around saying his claim to fame was because of that. His only claim to fame, he was the mayor of Atlanta.
And they had been used and abused and neglected. Instead of giving them affordable health care, they give them black lung jobs, and they're happy. And that just doesn't make sense in today's world. And they see progress in the black community and on television and everywhere else, and they don't share it. Now, it's not our fault. We've had a struggle from slavery, but...
He said he seen They're jealous because they seen progress in the black community. What progress, Andrew? What progress? The school education system in the inner cities is not as great as what it's supposed to be. Okay? The unemployment among young black men and women is still high up. It was still like that even when Obama was there. And if you think that Donald Trump is going to make it better, please. Oh yeah, I forgot. Did I split that out that he's buddy with Trump? Did I also forgot to tell you that this idiot here decided he want to see Confederate flags flying all across Atlanta again. He voted for that.
Black, well, they call themselves militants, but they're not militant. They're chicken. We never.
You see that shit? See, he'll go ahead and defend the Klan and the skinheads. He's claimed to be the forgotten Americans and the poorest of the poor. But how they the poorest of the poor, and at the same time they the ones get the white privilege? Obviously he forgot about what happened in Charlottesville, where they had all the privilege in the world. He forgot about like how some of them same white supremacists beat down DeAndre Harris, I believe. That's the young brother and stuff who got beat in the head with pipes and poles and shit. They end up getting 8 staples in his forehead, in his head. Now I'm glad the young brother is okay, but at the same time he ain't had no damn business being out there. What you seen? I tell you, this Andrew Young, man. You probably just hearing the anger in my voice because I'm like, I just want to reach right through this damn screen and strangle and pistol bitch slap him. I really do. But then I know it's gonna be some moist ass niggas out here that's gonna come out and defend him like they defend Jim. They'll come out there and defend Jim Brown or LaShawn McCoy. But then they'll come out there and they'll disrespect Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick, who's putting in his work, who's donated millions of dollars to charities in the inner cities, who founded the Know Your Rights program, Know Your Rights camp programs. Okay, that's more than I can say for Jim Brown with his America I Can. Fuck out of here, man. Let this
nigga tried to take advantage of anybody else. Our job was not to put down white people. Our job was to lift everybody up together, to come so that we would learn to live together as brothers and sisters rather than perish together as fools.
Now, you know, that's Chuck Todd right there. Suspected white supremacist right there, too. He ain't worth the shit either. Yeah, did I say Face the Nation? I'm sorry. It was on Meet the Press. This crap, let me go back and play that again. You know, this has just made me sick to my stomach.
But we would learn to live together as brothers and sisters rather than perish together as fools.
It feels like we're in a moment.
Everybody up together, to come so that we would learn to live together as brothers and sisters rather than put down white people. Our job was to take advantage of anybody else. Our job was not to put down white people. Our job was to lift everybody up together, to come so that we would learn to live together as brothers and sisters rather than perish together as fools.
First thing first, number one, that was Dr. King's biggest mistake right there with that integration shit, you know. And like I say, the thing I love about the generation that's coming up, they doing the research. The thing I love about with the technology that we have nowadays, that they start to see, like King in the early 60s was all about integration, you turn the other cheek and all that other stuff. You want us to love the same people who basically assaulted us, beat us, killed our children, raped our women, and stuff like that. integration for what? Integration was the worst thing that could happen to us as a people. But Dr. King started to realize later on that he said that I may have led my people into a burning house. So this cockamamie B crap that Andrew Young is spitting out is pure horse crap. I'm not even finna play no more of this shit here, because right now that's more than I could bear. So I'm gonna just leave a link in the description for y'all. Y'all can go back and y'all can look at this. See, these old ass niggas, man, you know. But I am gonna play one video. We'll talk about this, and this coming from basically one of my master teachers. Let's go back real quick. Not just Steve Coakley, but let me just bring up Dick Gregory real quick. He was just, Andrew Young is nothing more than just a coward. He was nothing but just a coward. You know, I can't get it right now though, so. And I'm gonna just explain something about with guys like Andrew Young, Jim Brown, and LaShawn McCoy. I'm gonna put him in this too. Cats like him and like Jim Brown are like this. The reason that they say this stuff, what they saying and doing what they doing, because Andrew Young is a coward. He's always been a coward. An old coward. Let this be a lesson to y'all people, man. Just because you see somebody, you know, they got gray hairs and all that stuff like that, and they start bragging about saying that, oh, they did this, that I was a former Black Panther and all this other stuff like that. They always going back what they used to do, what they used to be, what they could have did, what they once was. Motherfucker, show me what the hell you can do now. What you doing now? Because I'm saying like this, Dick Gregory said it best. Because see, these jokers was around when Martin was around. Martin got killed at the age of 39. Malcolm got killed at the age of 39. Okay? And I could throw Snoop Dogg in this shit too. Pac died at the age of 25. And yes, you know what I'm saying, don't let nobody fool you. Snoop Dogg had a hand in setting Pac up to get assassinated. Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't supposed to say that? I wasn't supposed to insinuate nothing like that? Tough. Because like I told you before I started this thing, I said I'm going to make me some enemies. I'm going to hurt some people's feelings tonight. I know it's going to be some people that's going to be in their feelings, boys. But the hell with them. The hell with them. I don't really give a fuck what you think. You know? Because see, it ain't gonna be none of that. Like how some of you idiotic trolls want to go ahead, y'all try to go after Cynthia G. How you try to go after Mr. Superboy 223 when Town Biz said they even try to find out where he stayed by looking up his IP address. Well, I tell you, have at it. Because I'm saying like that, do not be no fool, because I have some best friends alongside with me. And I'm going to leave it at that. Anyway, back to this cocksucker here. Dick Gregory said this. He said, if you see niggas like this walking around, you best better check their credentials. Question their credentials. Okay? See, Andy done one of those safe Negroes. He didn't have a jacket. Dick Gregory had a jacket. Martin had a jacket. Malcolm had a jacket. They was already set up like, yeah, these niggas gotta get the fuck up out of here. And it's the same thing. Colin Kaepernick got a jacket. So the thing is with the Caucasian terror, with these crackers, see, they in panic mode right now. As of today, concerning Kaepernick, with the protest that the rally that happened in front of the NFL offices in New York. They thought it was gonna die down, so now they scrambling. This is why you seen moist niggas like LaShawn McCoy, coming out trashing Kaepernick, while Jim Brown coming out and doing this. And now we gonna be wondering on standby that, hey, who's gonna be next? But Dick Gregory also said that Andy Young is nothing more than a government asset. Like I said, that nigga was just on Meet the Press, so therefore, see, he trying to get a little TV slot. Just like them old moist ass niggas that was over there on Fox News and CNN over there crying about, Trump not condemning the white supremacists. Yeah, I know I said it. Up here crying and tearing and all this stuff. Look, don't go for that crocodile cheer BS. They know what the hell they were doing before they even got up there, because they were coerced and coached to do it. Van Jones has always been a bootlick for as long as I can remember. After all, he lays up with a Becky anyway. Andrew Young, same thing. He one time I said like this, you know what I did? Shoot, I'm saying like that. I marched along with Dr. King doing it. Telling young people, we made it possible for y'all so y'all can go ahead and do what y'all doing now. Him and John Lewis, John Lewis famous quotes. Oh man, don't y'all see these knots on my head? You realize how many knots I took on my head for y'all and all this stuff? And ain't did a damn thing. He's still walking around. Same thing with Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton is a government asset. Okay? He's a snitch for the FBI concerning the Genovese family. Okay? There's a lot more other ones though. And no, I haven't forgotten about Messy Jesse. That's the main one. My master teacher, brother Steve, the late Steve Coakley, may he rise in power, already blew the lid off on that. His hand, along with this Dolomite looking fool, how they helped set Martin up to get killed. All this just so they can get a little pinch of Becky's rear end if she got one, which she don't. I said, like, I just want to go there, we can go in with the Becky's again. But what I'm saying, we did a lot of stuff like that, but it was well worth their beatings. It was well worth the fire hoses. It was well worth facing having them dogs attack me and having them spray me with fire hoses and all this other stuff. Sit your ass down somewhere. See, that's why I say, man, it's a difference between old niggas and elders. This is an old nigga. That's Jim Brown, old nigga. Fuck him. See, all this, they want to, he come out and trash and Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, and I ain't forgot about LaShawn McCoy. I ain't forgot about his bitch ass. Same LaShawn McCoy who was so cheap that he couldn't even, he wanted a 100 and 200% discount on a Rolex Daytona watch. But you want to be in the club and flossing and making it rain and pop bottles. And here's something else a lot of people don't know either about LaShawn McCunt. Do you realize that during the game, when the 49ers went to Buffalo to play the Bills, and who mentioned this? I think it was either Black Reality TV or BO9263. But I'm going to just reiterate the story in case nobody haven't heard it. He was doing a goddamn casino up here, glad-handing cops and all this other stuff, who basic racist cops who were trashing Kaepernick. And he's the reason why they had that rally with them old racist glacier apes out there holding t-shirts saying Caper Dick and having t-shirts with Kaepernick's picture on there behind the sights of a rifle scope. So I guess to LaShawn McCoy that he created an atmosphere which helped which helped receive, which made which made them go ahead and threaten Colin Kaepernick's life. Yeah, well done, LaShawn McCoy, you asshole. You know, that's why I say I don't feel sorry. Excuse me. Been up all day. All day this morning. I don't feel sorry for him. When he got traded from Philadelphia to Buffalo. But Jim Brown, Andrew Young, you know, Andrew Young is even a bigger coward. And I'm going to tell you something. The reason why these guys, him and Jim Brown, are doing this stuff like they're doing, this is all out of jealousy. Andrew Young was jealous of Martin. He was jealous of Malcolm. Just like Jim Brown, Ray Lewis, Snoop Dogg, Shaq, and the rest of these other fuck boys. All of them have one thing in common. I'm bringing it full circle. It's all out of jealousy. Andrew Young knew for the fact that when he was around Martin, he was in the presence of an alpha male. See, Andrew Young's a beta male, straight up. He's a beta male within a beta male. When he looked into the eyes of Malcolm X, he knew that he was in the presence of greatness. He was in the presence of an alpha male. Okay, shoot. Back then, you even had women out there that would be out there fighting in the street, going blow for blow, just so they could go ahead and be with Malcolm, or just so to be with Martin. Andrew Young was type of them niggas that he see that junk, that, you know, that women gravitate toward them, or they getting the accolade, they getting props. And the thing about it, Andrew Young, like, they don't know who you is. So that's why he doing what he doing. Same thing like with Jim Brown. Same thing like with Ray Lewis. Same thing like with Shaq. Jim Brown jealous of the fact of the matter that Colin Kaepernick's protest has taken it to levels that he could never do. That he never could do. That's why Jim Brown walking his ass around here being salty toward Colin Kaepernick. He never had Colin Kaepernick back, despite what you heard on that interview. Because keep in mind, like I told you, you seen Omarosa standing right behind him to make sure that he says those words that they were taught to say. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I could be taking a stab in the dark with this concerning Jim Brown. The more I look at that interview, the more I look into Jim Brown's eyes, that's not Jim Brown. I think that's a fucking clone. I really do. What? I'm not supposed to say the C word? You niggas better start getting up on things, because we living in the 21st century. They've been doing that sort of thing for the longest. That's why you've been seeing so many of these doggone movies come out. Like I, Robot should come in mind. Hell, they even got a goddamn lifelike android that you can have sex with. So if they can do that, along with the creation of AI, you know, Siri, Alexa, and yeah, even Bixby. And the biggest of them all, let me exclude Bixby out of that. Yeah, hold on.
Here.
Bixby heard me. Google, what you call it? Google Now. Because I looked in Jim Brown's eyes, his eyes was dead. Now I could be wrong. I mean, let me know what y'all think about it down in the comment section. You know, I could be right, I could be wrong. I never said I had the answers to everything and all that. But I'm the type that goes with my gut feeling and my sixth sense. You know, brother spot sinks are tingling. But here's the thing concerning Jim Brown's throat slit of Colin Kaepernick. Nobody, you know, while mainstream media want to go to Jim Brown, but Jim Brown was always about the money. You know, money and Becky's. That's all he was concerned himself with. That's why he looks all shriveled up and old like he does now. Shoot, I'm pretty sure that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Hank Aaron and Hammer Hank Aaron totally disagree with what Jim Brown's saying. They're shaking their head right now. They're shaking their head right now. Muhammad Ali is probably rolling over in his grave. But see, the good thing about with this, that you know that Colin Kaepernick need to be nicknamed the Coon Exposure, because he exposing a lot of these buck dancing, jig dancing Sambos, as well as these Caucasian terrorists. But see, the thing with me is I stopped watching NFL. I started growing out of favor with that 2 years ago anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I've seen it all over social media. I've seen it all on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, me and LVZ and Black Reality TV, all of us started the hashtag man caught the NFL, Cashmere G, all of us started that, man caught the NFL. And one of my subs, LaShawn Simmons, she started women caught the NFL. Gotta respect that. But it's just not about viewership or not buying no NFL gear or not attending games or buying season tickets. The way that you want to hurt Roger No Good Dale and those other the 32 crooked plantation owners, is you go after their sponsors. You go after their sponsors. Now, one of my subs had asked me who the 32 sponsors is, so you better take out a pen and paper right now and write it down, as I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to just lay it out to you about who the sponsors is for the NFL. Let me know when you're ready. I'm going to give you some time. Alright. Gatorade Anheuser-Busch, EA Sports, USAA, that's the bank insurance company, Visa USA, Bose, Campbell's Soup, Marriott, FedEx, Xbox, Mars Snack Food, Quaker, News America, Lenovo, Pepsi, SAP, SAP, that's capital S, capital A, capital P, Dairy Management Inc., McDonald's, Sirius XM, New Era, Under Armour, Nike, Bridgestone, Microsoft, Ticketmaster, Nationwide, Extreme Networks, Zebra, that's a technology company, TD Ameritrade, Dannon, that's people make Dannon yogurt, nasty shit, Procter and Gamble, Hyundai. Oh, and here's the best of the four. Verizon, Barclays, that's the Barclays Center. Jay-Z's supposed to be a 2% owner of that. Where the Brooklyn Nets play at. Papa John's. Plenty of the better pizza places. Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars. And last and most least, Castrol. Those are the sponsors that you go after. By not supporting theirs, you shut them down. Because during this time like this, you're gonna have some of these niggas that like, oh man, I gotta have my football. They already so damn programmed. They've been drinking the Kool-Aid so long, like they've been in that sunken place with that sunken place. A lot of us will say we're not gonna watch no football games. We're tuning off to that shit. Excuse me. Cause like I said, I may go over an hour on this, cause this like really struck my craw when it came to this. Oh, excuse me. The thing is like this, these old niggas, man, and some of these young niggas too that's out here cooning, like LaShawn McCoy, like Jason Whitlock, Charles Barkley, yeah, he's in his 50s. So like, the thing is with them is all out of jealousy, because they don't want to see, as Jason Black said, and I totally agree. See, old niggas like Jim Brown, like Andrew Young, they've been cowards all their life. And they also jealous too, because they feel like, oh, I went out there, I got mines, and they don't want to see the young ones come up and outshine them, because see, they see the young ones as being a threat. Because the other day I had to deal with somebody like that. You want to try to get out here and try to tell me how to go ahead and how to act and handle things like that accordingly or whatever. The difference between me and you, and this is my response to him, we're not cut from the same cloth. I'm custom made, while you were cut from materials from out at a flea market. My long story short, I got more spine than you. I let my balls hang longer than you. You got yours cut off back during the 60s. Because like I said, we've been telling y'all about with these baby boomers. They mess it up for a lot of us. Yeah, and throw Steve Harvey, Bubba Gump looking ass in there too. With the buck dancing and all that. And then I'm going to show you something else about with Andrew Young. Let me show you this. About like how messed up we is. Oh, almost forgot. Can't forget about this bitch. Stacey Trash. How she came out there and went after Sister Maxine Waters. You know, Maxine Waters have to be in the 70s and stuff like that. Stacey Trash looked like, you know, she been putting on that motherfucking that bleaching cream once way too many and stuff like that. But then she goes right back and finds herself out in the unemployment line. Look at her. She looked like the freaking the witch from Snow White and the Huntsman. But I'm pretty sure that she's about to get a wake-up call from Sister Angela Rye. Angela Rye finna get her that ass, and I know she will because she's a Scorpio just like myself. We don't play, baby. We don't play. But Stacey Trash, LaShawn McCoy, all of them need to go sit their ass down. Ray Lewis, the rest of them. Snoop Dogg, the rest of them. Government freaking assets. All this out of jealousy. All this out of hate. You know. For him to get out there and defend the Klan and condemn black activists, Andrew Rungy, I can't even look at this fool's face right now. I can't even look at this fool's face. But anyway, look, this gone over like over an hour, so I'm done with all these coon ass dudes and stuff like that. It's an infestation going on, and they gonna be the first ones to get up out of here. You know, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Y'all can go ahead, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell, so click the subscribe button. So hit the bell so when I upload new videos, you'll know you'll get it right away. No more talk.